India is officially on the moon. 4 years after Chandrayaan 2 was launched, ISRO scientists have made the nation proud. Overcoming the odds, it achieved a momentous feat. The Vikram lander of India's Chandrayaan 3 lunar mission achieved a safe, soft landing on the south pole of the moon. WION's Sidharth MP brings you this report on the historic moon landing.
We are nearly at zero velocity, vertical and horizontal. We were hovering and now we are approaching the moon's surface.
India has landed on the moon.
लैंडर मॉड्यूल पूरी तरह से सेफली और सॉफ्टली चंद्रमा के सतह पे लैंड हो चुका है.
A historic moment. The world watched with bated breath as India's space agency ISRO achieved what many thought was impossible.
Let us all wait to hear from the Secretary Department of Space and Chairman ISRO, Shri S Somanath.
We have achieved soft landing on the moon. India is on the moon.
In those nail-biting 19 minutes of terror, Vikram slowly and steadily inched towards the lunar surface.
धीरे-धीरे लैंडर की वेगमान को कम किया जा रहा है और हम अब लगभग 50 मीटर से भी कम आ चुके हैं.
Not just Indians, as live images from ISRO were telecast, the world kept its fingers crossed. This was the most critical phase of the landing. Learning from the earlier Chandrayaan 2 mission, ISRO took every precaution, made every calculation, taking into account all anomalies. Working on a frugal budget, India's space scientists successfully landed their craft on the lunar surface.
Just about 20,000 persons working at ISRO have made it possible. That's the power of science, that's the power of knowledge. With what they've done, they've made so many people happy, they've made so many people ecstatic. And then now here we are, feather-like textbook soft landing accomplished. So that shows the confidence they had, that shows the homework they've done, and that shows that one failure is enough to learn adequate lessons.
Leading the congratulatory messages pouring in was that of Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who tracked the historic moment from Johannesburg. He is there for the BRICS summit.
मेरे प्यारे परिवारजनों, जब हम अपनी आंखों के सामने ऐसा इतिहास बनते हुए देखते हैं तो जीवन धन्य हो जाता है. ये पल अविस्मरणीय है. ये क्षण अभूतपूर्व है. ये क्षण विकसित भारत के शंखनाद का है. ये क्षण नए भारत के जयघोष का है.
The moon landing is not just a success for India. It paves the way for future landings on the moon and other planetary explorations.
India's successful moon mission is not just India's alone. This success belongs to all of humanity.
India has now become the first nation to land a craft near the moon's south pole. A historic triumph for the world's most populous nation and its ambitious cut-price space program. With prayers answered and a billion hearts swelling with pride, for ISRO, the journey has just begun. With Sidharth MP, Bureau Report, WION World is One.
Dr. Anita Sengupta is the CEO and founder of Hydroplane Limited, research professor of astronautical engineering, USC, and also former NASA mission manager and aerospace engineer. Dr. Anita is joining us live from Los Angeles. Dr. Anita, thank you very much for joining us at this hour and welcome to WION on this historic day for humanity.
Thank you and congratulations to everybody in India.
Now, Doctor, let's talk about what happens from here henceforth. Frozen water reserves, if present in the South Pole region, are said to be a game changer. Why?
Well, so there's two reasons. One is science. The other, obviously, is human exploration. So we know that there is frozen water from prior missions that went there, like the El-Cross mission. And in that frozen water, we don't know what we'll find. We'll certainly find more historical information on how the moon evolved. And we could even potentially find some sort of organic life there, like, microbes or bacteria. From a human exploration perspective, having access to water enables, humans to set up, permanent long-term presence there, using the water for whatever reasons they might use the water, washing, eating, growing food. But also you could potentially even make lunar rocket fuel with electrolysis. You can split up the H2O to create hydrogen and oxygen to be able to get yourself back off the surface. So it is a game changer from a science perspective as well as from a future human colonization perspective.
Dr. Anita, in your analysis, what are the resources or even mysteries expected at the lunar South Pole and nearby regions, and what impact will that have on future explorations?
Yeah, so being able to find the presence of water in a frozen state on the surface of another planetary body, moon, asteroid, comet, whatever it may be, will give you clues into how water played a role in the formation of that body. And in that water, you may also find the presence of, organics, and, obviously the Holy Grail will be able to find the presence of some sort of organic life, whether that be a bacteria or something like that. But ultimately, having access to water enables the further human exploration of the moon, right? Because instead of having to bring all of that with you, you can now actually extract it from the lunar surface and use it for growing food, for drinking, for washing, as well as for rocket fuel. So, but it really is, from a scientific perspective, incredibly unique, and no one has ever done this before.
Apart from the frozen water, Dr. Anita, there are hundreds of craters on the moon. Why are there so many craters on the moon?
Well, so there's obviously asteroidal bodies that come in and make impacts to the surface. And so depending upon the orientation of that surface relative to, other bodies around it, you may or may get more or less impact craters. But in those impact craters, you actually have permanently shaded regions. And in those permanently shaded regions is where we believe that we'll find the most of this frozen water. And that's why we need to be able to get over there to interrogate it, to access it, to learn about what that water has inside of it, and also how to eventually extract it for a human lunar surface mission.
All right, let's see what happens after this, now that the soft landing has happened for ISRO and also for the Chandrayaan 3. It's a successful voyage, indeed a success for India and a success for humanity, as the Indian Prime Minister did say. I've been talking to the CEO and founder of Hydroplane Limited, research professor of astronautical engineering, USC, and former NASA mission manager and aerospace engineer, Dr. Anita Sengupta. Thank you very much for your insights and for talking to WION World is One today.
Thank you, and congratulations again to everyone back home.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.